Marcus, first of all, how the players been this week? Obviously, there's lots of disappointment after Weymouth. Is everyone looking up for this Saturday?
Yeah, we just come off the back of quite an enjoyable session, a couple of hours. The lads have been jovial as well as grafting really hard. We had a bit of a break on Tuesday. They had individual programmes given to them, so they were kept away from the club purely because the Burton Latimer were at home. So we looked hungry out there, and we're keen for a very busy weekend.
How do the players respond when you sit down after a game and you say, look, you need to do this, you need to do that? Are they up for it? They go, right,
yeah,
on, let's go.
Let's go. You know, the lads are very keen to do well and want to win football games, and they always want to improve their performances. I think it's pretty clear that we're not a million miles away, and we are getting hurt a little bit by little things, and the fact that we're not taking our opportunities or creating more opportunities, and we're getting punished at the other end for minimum opportunities for the opposition. So it is frustrating because it's literally the small margins, and we just need to, a game where we probably get absolutely battered for 89 minutes and score a goal off a deflected own goal, free kick or corner, just to turn the run and on we go. Because I do think once we get on the score sheet again, and taking the forefront of the game, I think we'll start to see a different side.
Obviously, it's the perfect opportunity to turn our season around against two teams over the bank holiday that are in different form at the moment.
Yeah, you mean you could put us in that sort of tarnish us with that brush, really, that we've been very indifferent result-wise. But I think with the fixtures we've had, our performances have been of a reasonable standard and showed that we're in contention in every game. So we need to continue that, and we need to take the game to Frome on Saturday and Kinsale on Monday, and look to go away and get some positive points. Just because we've had a hard run in and we've played well doesn't mean we're automatically going to be given the points over the weekend. We've got to work very hard and take our opportunities and make sure we're mentally strong.
Looking to Frome on Saturday, they've struggled so far this season, lost the manager in the week. I think their goalkeeper coach is going to be in charge. What do you make of them, and what sort of game are you expecting on Saturday?
Well, usually the sort of shackles are off, and the sort of heaviness of the manager, where things are not going too well, sort of is released, and you'll probably see a team play with no pressure. They'll just enjoy their football, and usually they end up becoming quite a difficult team to play. So, yeah, timing's gone against us again. But we're a capable group. We've, like I keep saying, we are at the forefront of most games, and I just like us to just take the lead and keep it in terms of not putting pressures on ourselves when we don't really need to.
And then straight 2 days later, you're into Kinsale. They're one of the teams that seem to be losing at the moment against teams they should be beating, and beat the teams at the moment that they shouldn't be. Is that something that's that you're going to be looking at?
Yeah, well, they're another non-league giant that's progressing again. There's one or two lads that I know in there, so they'll be a reasonable side. They'll bring a fair few with them, so it should be an enjoyable bank holiday Monday.
Into team news, Brett and Elliot obviously in contention.
Yes, well, we've obviously the news regarding the FA, but unfortunately Brett isn't available this weekend for personal reasons. But Elliot is up for selection, and we've also brought in a gentleman called Ollie Thorne, who I looked to sign earlier on purely because we didn't know what the situation was at the time, and we needed to be a bit proactive. And fortunately, we did with Brett being away. So yeah, we'll look at one or two things going into Saturday, and hopefully come away with a clean sheet and 3 points.
Ivan, a hamstring.
Yeah, we've had it assessed tonight. He's got to do one or two things tomorrow. Certainly by Saturday morning we'll know where we are with it.
Lastly, the FA Cup draw was made this week. Market Drayton away, and one of your old teams, AFC Bridgnorth. What do you expect out of those two games, and what's your reaction to the draw?
Well, I know both clubs really well. They've sort of come through the Midland Lions eras and level 4 football. I've come across Market Drayton twice last year with Chase Town. I know Martin Davis really well, and he's doing a reasonable job there. And Bridgnorth is a club that's sort of gone back into the wilderness, and it's some great people there from memory, and it'll be either or will be a tough encounter, certainly away from home, and it will be certainly a fixture that they would want to have the FA Cup banana skin.
Is it something that you want a good run from this season?
Oh, you always do, yeah. The FA Cup is it brings excitement, it distracts away from the league, it brings euphoria if things are going really well, and can potentially bring some big ties to the club. And you know, we've am I right in saying we've won the most FA Cup games than any other club? So I need
top
to
goal scorers as well.
Yeah, I need to try and keep that going, don't I?
You do indeed. Well, Marcus, thanks for your time, and good luck on Saturday.